we've got a mad chicken. She is...
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. Do we have a show for you today? Well, hopefully not too big of a show, but today's the day we are going to move our baby quail from the shop. We got them in a brooder in our shop. We're going to move them out to that rabbit hutch over where we keep the adults. And every time you go to feed these guys now, they're 2 weeks old and they're already starting to fly out of the brooder. So you come out here to feed and water them, and I don't have a cover or anything on top of this brooder. So you're having to chase them down in the shop. So it's time to get them out in their brooder in the over by the chicken coop. Oh man, these things, if you guys have been following Keeping It Dutch, he hooked us up with these eggs and we got them hatched out. I think we got 18 in there now. And these things grow so fast, it's amazing. These are probably the fastest growing animals I have ever raised on the farm. You know, you hatch them from eggs to 6 months old and they're laying eggs themselves, or excuse me, 6 weeks old, they're laying eggs. So you take a creature that's 6 weeks old and it's already reproducing, and you know, at 6 weeks old you can also butcher these things. They're full grown. You know, they're great tasting meat. They're a great little supplement meat for your farm. You know, you're not gonna feed tons of people with them, but for the family of 4 like us, it's a great little dinner you can have if you raise a few males. And you know, it only takes a few males to keep all your hens fertilized, so you can keep that egg going, your fertilized eggs, and just keep hatching them and then raise more. In 6 weeks you can butcher more males. So we're going to try to get some of these caught and get them moved over to the barn. Hopefully it goes okay and we don't lose any in the process. Alright guys, so there's Skeeter's toy. He's had that thing for several months, and the first thing he does when he comes outside is he grabs that little rope and he wraps it all around him and he takes off with it. That's been the greatest toy for this little schnauzer. He's such a mess. One day I think we're going to find him all tied up in that thing. Alright guys, so as we were walking out here, there was already one that flew out of the brooder, and I'm going to try to catch it before Skeeter gets it. And of course not, it went that way. I don't see it now.
There it is.
Where at?
I don't know if y'all can see. There he is. Now he went back to the left.
Yeah, I can see him. Got it.
Ew. Gosh. Excuse me.
Alright guys, excuse all the junk and the mess in here. I got so much stuff that I don't even need. I need to have a yard sale or something, but here's one of the baby quail that's 2 weeks old. And they're already starting to fly and they're ready to go into the rabbit hutch. Alright guys, so here's a little cage, little wire basket I made a few years back for transporting little chickens and chicks. So we're going to try to get all those quail in here. I think there's 18, I think. We're going to have to recount them.
Yes, there's 18.
We might be missing some because I've been leaving this shop door open. And if they fly out and get out of the brooder and then see the outside, they might be outside. So it might be lunch for Skeeter or Daisy by now. But anyways, let's try to get these caught and put in this basket. Three, 4, 5, 6. guys, it's time for these guys to go to their new house. This is the first time they've been outside. There's 18 total, and we're gonna go stick them over in the rabbit hutch where the adults are, and they're gonna have to get used to being on the wire floor. Their feet's not really used to that, so at first they kind of just sit there until they get used to walking on it. But it was getting way too hot in that brooder in the shop. I still had the heat lamp on, and I probably could have turned it off when they were a week old, because these things, they grow so fast. They're fully feathered in no time, and as hot as it gets in that insulated shop when you got a heat lamp on in the summer in Oklahoma weather, you know, it's super humid. It's probably staying 95, 100 degrees in there the whole time. So it's time to get these guys out here and let them get a little bit older, and I think we'll be able to sex them and see how many males and females we have, and then we'll split them up determining on their sex. And if we have several males, then we'll have to do a video over butchering a few and cooking some up. So let's get these over in that rabbit hutch and see how they adjust.
So we've got a mad chicken. She is roosting on some eggs here, and we have disturbed her. She's ticked off. What's wrong? So while Kevin is cleaning out the water and feeders for the quail over there, you can see him behind me over there scrubbing on all that, I'm going to try and see if I can get a little footage of our tom turkey, who never likes to turn around and look at me. He always turns around and shows me his rear. So let's see if we can get a good shot of him. See? There he goes. Normally he will not see. Yep, he's gonna do it again. All right, Mr. T.
What you trying to do? Get a front shot of him?
Yes.
Good luck. He's shy.
He's just really proud of his behind, I think. There, look. Yep, see, whoop, there he is.
Come to you if you got food.
He just likes to strut around all the time. I think he's checking out the ladies over here. He spends a lot of time over here checking them out, strutting. They're too young for you, Mr. T. Except that one, she kinda likes him. Huh? Now he's being good for a second. Now he's gonna bow back up. We done seen your behind, Mr. T. We don't want to see no more of that. There's one of the turkey hens. And it is hot today. So we're Making sure everything has fresh water. Of course, we do that every day, but today we're doing a little bit earlier in the day because it is so hot. And then we'll check again this evening and give them more fresh water. You about got them cleaned up?
Almost. Look at those chickens, Bo. Okay.
So we've got fresh food, fresh water. Now we just got to get the quail in here now. Shadow. She's chewing away there. Shadow.
Skeeter. You see Skeeter? Alright guys, so before we put these baby quail in here, I'm going to take everyone's advice and fix this hole. This is where I believe that black snake got in at. So I took that little nesting box off that I made for those rabbits because we're no longer going to raise rabbits. And I took that off and I got some of these little metal clips, these pliers, and another piece of this machine hardware cloth. I'm going to patch up this hole. And hopefully Mr. Snake will not be able to fit in there anymore. Alright guys, so I got that hole patched up where that rabbit nesting box is now, so hopefully no snakes can get back in there and no quail can get out. Alright, it's time to put these little babies in their new home.
I've got fresh water.
Yeah, as many, there's 18 of them, so I assume they're going to go through this water pretty quickly, so I'm going to see how fast they go through this water before I I'm going to see how long this water lasts. If it goes pretty quick, I might add another gallon water in here just to be on the safe side. I don't want them getting too hot. At least they don't have to be underneath that heat lamp anymore. And like I said earlier, they're going to have to get used to walking on this wire. The other adults over here on the side, they're doing quite well. They've adjusted to the pen. We'll talk about them here in a little bit and show you another little surprise. Alright, there's all 18 of them. Alright guys, so they're in their new home, this old rabbit hutch that we repurposed into a, guess you can say a quail pen. I'm going to have to figure something else out now that we've got so many quail. Eventually we're going to have to split the males and the females up and group them for 3 to 4 females per male or something like that. But until then, we're going to let them just grow out in here. And hopefully they'll adjust just fine on this wire floor. The adults over here has, and we're going to talk about them now. So these quail have been doing awesome. We got 4 females and 1 male that we got from Dutch. And these things are already laying fertile eggs. And I have left this rabbit nesting box over here because these quail, when I put them in here, they started going in this nesting box and actually laying their eggs in this rabbit nesting box. So we've left it. I put some pine shavings in there. And these things have been laying quail every day. Just about all 4 of them have been laying an egg. So they're doing great. I don't know if we'll eat some of the eggs that we've got first or if we'll try to incubate more. I really don't have another place to put any baby quail right now. If we do hatch them out, I'll have to get busy and start building something here soon. But let's see how many eggs are in there. And sorry about the light, guys. It's pretty dark in here. I haven't collected them in the last couple days.
I see a few in there.
Yeah.
Sorry about all the mess and the poo everywhere. Part of having animals.
Yeah. Dirty birds.
Lots of poop.
Alright, guys. These mama quail, or these quailians have been super busy. As you can see, once I gave them that 28% protein feed, they started laying eggs in within a few days. So, alright guys, so we accomplished that project for today. Thankfully, it went good. None of the baby quail escaped with my awesome cameraman here.
Yeah, right.
So we got the quail moved over. Hopefully it all goes well. They'll get adjusted to walking on that wire floor, like I said, like their parent or like their older siblings that we got from Dutch has done. But anyways, guys, that's one thing that we needed to do. We needed to get them out of the shop. It was way too hot in there. It's an insulated shop, but we don't have an air conditioner in there. So in the summertime,
In there.
so in the summertime it gets super hot, especially when you got that heat lamp on there, which they didn't need it at all. So that'll just be less electricity we're using as well. But anyways, I'm glad to get that done. Now we don't have to worry about them getting out into the yard or Skeeter or anybody eating them. So
Skeeter really wanted to eat them.
he was real curious, that's for sure. All right, guys. So if you like what you saw, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We ask you to please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time, guys.